Why most men feel lonely today after the age of 28 or 25, even with surrounded with people? And that is the question that we are going to answer today. Look, it doesn't matter whether you are single, divorced, or married. Okay, the loneliness is not about other people, it is about something fundamentally inside missing. Okay, and that is what we are going to understand what exactly it is, because it's not about meeting people. I call something called performance trap, and that is what we are going to understand what it is and how it is affecting our adult life today. At the end of this video, I'll give you something called a journal prompt: liberate from loneliness. That will help you answer what is the fundamental reason why we are feeling lonely despite surrounded by people. And that is what we are going to understand. And it has got a few of the questions that you need to answer, and that will open up everything. Okay, so before we go into this video, first of all, who am I and who am I to talk about this? Okay, my name is Arav. I'm the founder of the Liberated Men. My mission here is to redefine healthy masculinity. So there are two things I'll tell about myself. Look, I've been lonely for 26 years. Never been into a relationship at the age of till 26 years. So I felt lonely. I was outside from my parents. I used to stay alone in a city. That is the first thing. So I have been literally lonely. The second point is I'm the person who is a IPHM certified shadow work coach and facilitator. So basically, I've studied union psychology, and I'm going to give you from that perspective what is the reason we feel lonely. Okay. With that being said, let's get into the video. So, very first thing, like, what is the big problem today? What most men are facing, and this is a silent epidemic. No one is talking about this. The big problem that we are facing here is 1 in 7 men today are feeling lonely and nobody understand what they are going through. Okay, 70% of the men after 25 they lose their social connections, and they have only work friends. They don't have any real friends, and that is the thing. They have only work friends. And for the emotion, they only rely on partner. When I say partner, they can be a girlfriend, they can be a wife, and maybe they don't have any girlfriend or friend. So that is the problem. And when it comes to men and when it comes to emotion, these are two, these are like foreign language for them, and that is what we need to address. Why the emotions are foreign language for men today. They feel like they're carrying 100 pounds of weight, and nobody know what a man is going through. From outside, everything is fine. You're meeting the deadlines, you're working through, you're getting the shit done. But internally, you feel like you're carrying 100 pounds of weight and nobody can see that. And that is the issue with a lot of men. And it feels like you are not in crisis, but you're not okay either. There is something wrong. There's a background noise which is going on, and nobody can understand what it is. Even you are not even aware of what's wrong, but there is something wrong, right? From outside, everything looks fine, but inside, there is some war going on. There's a fundamental reason you feel like you don't belong anywhere. It feels like there is something missing. You're doing, but something is missing, right? And one of the things that most men crave is touch. Touch of a woman is the most soothing for a man's nervous system today. I feel like if I hug a lot of men, they'll start crying because that is what is the starvation they are facing. They have been going through a life, but nobody is understand what a man is going through. So these are the big problem that I can see in today's man. So what they're currently doing to solve this. What you're currently doing to solve this is a lot of people think that meeting people is the solution to this loneliness. But I'll tell you that is not the problem. So you try things, right? You go to dating apps. If you are anything like me, it has literally destroyed my confidence. Like, you download Bumble, Hinge, or whatever the dating apps that you have that is working in your country and your city, you never get quality matches. And even if you get the matches, there is your conversation does not go after 4 to 5 messages, and they literally ghost you, and you start questioning your self-worth. Am I enough? What's wrong with me? You have been doing everything, you have been optimizing everything. You're optimizing your looks, you're optimizing your fashion, you're optimizing like how to do a better conversation with people and women, but still it feels like, what's wrong? What's missing? I'm doing everything. What's wrong, bro? Start questioning your self-worth. And that is what I'm talking about. It literally destroy your confidence. Dating apps. You go and meet. a lot of people on a meetup group. It can be an event. There's a lot of communities around certain hobbies, dance, gym, music, yoga, everything. You go and whatever the interest and hobbies you have, you go and find people, but you're not able to develop the deep connection with anyone. When you come back to your home, you still feel that silent loneliness. The question is why? Why does it happen? You go and meet, you might be going to solo trips, lot of trips. You have a lot of fun on the trips, but when you come back, again the same background noise hum happens. Why? The question is why does it happen? You think that you need to optimize everything. Everybody told you to optimize your looks, bank balance, job, everything, and you did. Still you feel that way. Why? Everyone told you to do more and you did more, but nothing is what. The question is why. And that is what we are going to understand today. Why it's not working? Because from the age of 5 to 11, there's something happened in your life. And it happened to most of the men. We as a society have been conditioned is like love is equal to performance. Love is equal to performance. So, what do I mean by that? For example, if you're in a high school, you scored good grades, like 90% above, or whatever the grades that works in your country, your father praised you for that. Your father told you, good job, son. And that is what you're happy about. And whenever you did something wrong or did not score good marks, you were being punished. So, as a child, when you were not having enough brain to process, you learn to survive in this world that to survive, I need to be useful. I need to perform. I need to increase my productivity so that people can see my worth, so that people can love me. And that is the thing. Everything around your identity became is equal to worth. Your identity is equal to worth is equal to achievement. If I don't achieve, I'm no one. And that is the problem. And that is the thing that is running our adult life. And in the journal, in the question that you're going to answer, you are going to understand this is the deep rooted in every man. We cannot be without our work. The question is, who are you without your work? And that is the scary question. So, what happens as a result of that? Whenever you go and meet people, you go from a place of performance. You go and maintain certain image, and everyone is maintaining an image. Everyone is putting a mask. So there is no real connection happening. Everyone is playing at a shallow level, and that is a problem. So I call a three-step signal method, and this method is very simple. So to solve this, first of all, you need to see the pattern and the conditioning. So first of all, you have to see and meet the boy who is craving for the connection and who is unsafe today, because that boy still feels that, okay, I need to do something, I need to be useful in order to receive love, in order to feel connection, in order to have connection. And that is running the boy. You need to go and meet this boy. There are certain questions in the journal that will help you understand how. After that, you have to stop the upgrading the case. Most people today is trying to upgrade. Every self-improvement thing that you are doing is a trap. Here's why. Because it is coming from a place of I'm not enough. I need to do something so that I can maintain certain image, so that I can be feel good enough about myself. There's nothing about improving yourself. The question is where it is coming from. And that is what we need to understand. Finally, you need to sift. Sift. If you really want to connect with anyone, first of all, you need to go deeper with yourself. The more depth you have with yourself, the more connected with yourself, you'll be able to connect with others. So next time, instead of telling people what you do, tell about how do you feel. Okay? So go from useful to feeling. That is the thing. Because, and why it will work? Because connection is not about doing problem. It's about being a problem. Who you are as a being. Can you go and meet people at a human level as who they are, not what they do? That is the thing. And once you start doing it, what will happen is you'll be able to connect at a human level. You're coming from a place of humanness. Ki, bro, I'm going through a shit time, bro. I'm feeling very rough, and these days are very difficult. this, why it will work, because it will work because connection is not about doing problem, it's a being problem. It happens from heart, bro. It doesn't happen from doing achievement. It happens at a real human level, and that's what I'm able to see. And that's what we have to do. It doesn't matter whom you connect with, come from a place of heart, not from a place of status, not from a place of what I do. Okay? And that one particular shift can shift entire connection for the rest of life. And before you go even do that, I want you to download the journal today and start working on that. Go through the question and see what is the question that triggers you. There are few sections in the journal, and go through it, and that will help you understand what is the thing that is missing right now and what you need to work upon. The goal here is to meet our own self. So when you go out, you don't feel insecure about who you are. You're completely with yourself, completely with yourself so that you can go out and meet people as it is. Download it, and I'll see you in the next video. Till the time, I see you, brother. I see how you're feeling. I've been there, and I want you to know that I love you, I respect you from the bottom of my heart, because you're the man who has been working so hard. Nobody can see what you're going through, but I can see what you're going through. There is an internal war going on that no one can see it. I can see it, bro. So I salute you for that. I respect you for that. And I want you to know that have love for yourself. Have love and compassion for yourself. Okay? I'll see you in the next video. Peace.